Hello guys and welcome back to another day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. Thank you so much to all 200 of you who are currently watching. That is amazing. And thinking that there might be families and whatnot who are currently watching with more than one person per computer. It's outstanding that you guys are watching, that we have over 200 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. And having said that, you guys got really excited over ZYGARDE when I mentioned it on chat. I do believe that ZYGARDE has a lot of potential after Worlds, simply because we just saw it get top 4 at Worlds, and the synergy with TCG and LYCANROC is really cool. And Dangerous Rogue from LYCANROC is also a great attack. The lack of strong energy is definitely something to have in mind when using this deck. However, we do have ZYGARDE GX with its humongous 200 HP for a basic Pokemon, and then it has the attack Cell Connector, which deals 50 damage, and you attach 2 fighting energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So a really good way to lead off, especially if through Acrobatic and through Ultra Ball, you end up discarding basic energies, which we do have 12 of. Then we have the Lance Wrath attack at 130 damage, really good amount for the cost, and a really good key number to be hitting, because with Diancie it goes up to 150 damage, and then with a Choice Band it becomes 180, and therefore a KO on a Tapu Bulu. And finally, Vertex GX deals 150 damage, and you prevent all damage done to this Pokemon. Whoops, I almost cut my head in half by with the microphone getting stuck with the chair. I need to stay cool. You prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Pokemon GX and Pokemon EX during your opponent's next turn. Pokemon EX no longer relevant in the standard format. I don't think there are. Well, there might be some promos legal. Tommy Drummer, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the bits. Very kind of you. And yeah, Grass Weakness pretty decent as well, because Shifter is gonna be one-hit killing you anyways. Most of the time, and then we might see Zorgolizabud, we might see Golizabud, but I don't think there's too many grass type threats right now. And then we are combining ZYGARDE with LYCANROC GX to 100 HP. Its ability Bloodthirsty Eyes allows you to basically Guzma up something from your opponent's bench to the active, and making sure you're targeting the right Pokemon. You then have the Claw Slash attack dealing 110 damage, up to 130 with Diancie, and finally have Dangerous Rogue, which deals 50 damage times 50 damage times the number of bench Pokemon your opponent has on their bench, therefore up to 250. Always a good attack. I think the ability and Dangerous Rogue are what makes LYCANROC such a good card. And we have, to combine with these guys, we have the one Diancie with its ability Princess's Cheers to increase the damage that it deals. We have one Boss GX, the Jet Punch attack is really good, and then if somehow you manage to get 3 energy onto it, Knuckle Impact and Absorption GX are also pretty powerful attacks. And finally we have one Baby Boss for that clutch Sledgehammer turn, and finally have one Oranguru for late game support, along with our 2 Tapu Lele's with it, their Wonder Tag ability for consistency purposes. Supporters wise, we have very few. We only have 4 Cynthia and 3 Copycat, but we do have 4 Acrobatic in the deck. 4 Acrobatic allows us to see the top 2 cards from our deck and put one of them into our hand and discard the other one. We also have 3 Brooklet Heals to search for our basic Pokemon. We have double Field Blower, we have 4 Ultra Ball to search for Lele's as well. We have 2 Switches to help us move around, along with the 4 Guzmas. And then the 1 Rescue Stretcher and triple Choice Band to increase our damage output. As I'm saying this, 7 draw supporters actually seems really low despite running Acrobatic. So I'm gonna be making a change right here. This change I'm making live, I'm gonna take out 1 Acrobatic and 1 Guzma. And I'm gonna be adding in, I don't wanna Judge though, but I think I might have to. I think adding Judge makes sense. It's either Judge or TV Reporter, I feel. And no Bunny. You never have the luxury of using Bunny effectively, in my opinion. Breeder Boy, I use Ultimate Guard. I use Ultimate Guard Pro Mat Sleeves. Yeah. So after making that change, guys, let's jump into the ladder and see what we can do with our ZYGARDE LYCANROC deck. Hello, Zach. Aren't promos just Sun and Moon 01 onwards? I'm actually not sure, but yeah, I would assume that Pokemon EXs are no longer a thing in the standard metagame. Thanks so much for the follows, guys. And Kuro, what do I think is the top 3 to 5 most viable decks? I mean, I think Zoroark is gonna be very good without Bridget, no matter what. I can't tell you what are the top 3 or 5 decks post-rotation because I've literally only played the 3 games we just played with Rayquaza Vikavolt. Those are the first 3 games that I've ever played post-rotation, so I generally can't tell you what is going to be really good post-rotation or not. We are trying out over the course of this weekend, or this week rather, we are going to be playing a ton of post-rotation decks, and we are going to be trying them out and seeing what is good and what isn't. So we are up against a Tapu Bulu. I guess that's another relevant grass type that might actually be really good post-rotation, and therefore we could be in for some trouble here since our whole deck is actually quite weak. I'm gonna keep the switch off of this Acrobike. I'm gonna play another one. I'm gonna keep the ZYGARDE this time. And here's a decision I have to make. I feel like ZYGARDE's GX attack will be more valuable to us. But how am I going to power up the ZYGARDE quickly enough? Because LYCANROC's Dangerous Rogue can KO one Bulu, but it can't KO more than one. And the protection we get from Lancewrath could be pretty impactful. This is gonna be really difficult. And I could judge, if my opponent didn't have their Angora, I could judge them, but bringing them down from 5 to 4 cards doesn't seem too relevant, honestly. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna threaten the Dangerous Rogue. I'm gonna choice band this guy, and I'm gonna Cynthia. So I'm not gonna turn 1 judge, because it's also hurting me, right? It's definitely also hurting me. We do have Baby Paws, although that's just not quite dealing enough damage, I don't think. Judge might end up being our next supporter, simply because of her hand. But we'll have to see what happens here. Have to see what happens. Ultimate Guard, Burrito Boy. Ultimate Guard, Matt Sleeves. Buzz is key here, yeah. Both puzzles are gonna be pretty key. I do see an Ultra Ball for my opponent. Thank you so much, Kuro. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support, guys. And it's pretty crazy that we have over 200 viewers. Tell more people to come over to the stream. That would be pretty nice. So we're gonna see Ultra for Lele. The one cool thing about this is that my opponent could potentially not find a Grubbin this turn. Yeah. Never mind. The Pokemon fan club is like a Bridget, which means he's gonna get 2 Grubbins off of this. And Marinerito, thank you so much for choosing to use your Twitch Prime subscription on the channel. Our goal for the month of September is going to be to have 100 subscribers. If we can get that, might do something special for you guys. That would be amazing if we manage to pull that off. And okay, I feel like my opponent definitely opened himself up quite a bit here. If I get Lycanroc TCE, I could KO the Grubbin with Claw Slash, which would be really good. It's too bad I only have Judge though. Ooh, okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm really counting on getting the DCE. And that loss of Guzma also means that I lost one earlier with the Acrobike. That's my second Guzma that's been lost. And Kuro, thank you so much for subscribing. Very nice. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Thank you so much for the support, guys. This does give my opponent an extra card. I don't want to KO the Grubbin though. If I had played Switch the previous turn and I had loaded up the ZYGARDE instead, I would actually have KO'd the Grubbin. I mean, I really just don't want to KO the Grubbin. I don't want to GX the Grubbin. That's the thing. I don't think GXing the Grubbin is actually good here, so I'm gonna pass. I am actually going to pass. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. As I said, our goal for September is going to be 100 subscribers. If we can get to that, could try to do something special. Would be very nice if we manage that. And if you have Amazon Prime, if your parents have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to the channel for free, which is really nice. Yeah, you get an automatic subscription to any Twitch any Twitch channel you choose to support. And yes, rotation already happened on PTCGO. What do I think about Zoroark post rotation? I think Zoroark will still be good no matter what. I like Banette, Greninja, Shiftry, Garbodor, and Lycanroc as its partners. And is it worth trying Lucario in the new standard? I think it is, except that without strong energy, it doesn't quite hit the numbers. Like with Diancie, it hits for 170 and a choice band, but 170 doesn't really cut it. Why do I find this deck list strong? I mean, the synergy between having the basic energies and whatnot, that's really good. I mean, not the basic energies, the double colorless energies to power up both ZYGARDE and Lycanroc is what makes it really good, in my opinion. My opponent can't KO me right now. He can't. Switch and a Lightning, so he's not gonna set up the Vikavolt this turn, which is really good. What do I think of Passimian? Not a fan of Passimian. It could be good, maybe, but without Octillery, I don't think the Passimian deck will work as effectively. Empoleon does have potential post-rotation. It's one of the best non-GXs, I reckon. And yes, this is definitely a bad matchup, right? This is definitely a bad matchup. Okay, so now I wouldn't mind GXing him because it's not like he's gonna have an easy time recovering from this. So I'll definitely... I'm dealing 220 minus... So technically I don't have to Field Blower. I could, but I don't have to. I wish I was doing this with a TCE though. Really wish I was doing this with a TCE. I guess I'll Field Blower, just in case. And I would love to just Ultra Ball and get an Oranguru, but like benching that second ZYGARDE was not the greatest idea I've ever had. We do get a KO here, which is nice. We got a Copycat and a TCE. There they are hiding. My play next turn might be to retreat and use Cell Connector. My Kuzma would be amazing, or a Lycanroc to just pick up that Grubbin. I only have one Kuzma left though. Do you have to take the energy with Faulkner? No, you don't have to take either card. You can actually fail the search. Yeah, you don't have to take anything. Oh gosh, is my opponent actually going to spread here with Tapu Koko? No, he attaches energy to the bench Lele. And will then pass, I'm assuming? Okay, the Koko does guarantee him a KO on my Lycanroc. Now, let's try and get... If we get a Kuzma... Oh, that is actually insane. That is actually insane that we got the Kuzma there. That might win me the game here. That might be the reason why we win this match. No, I'm not gonna Thin. Because Ultra Ball becomes Oranguru. I'm just gonna Cell Connector. And Cell Connector now one-shots anything that my opponent has, which is really cool. Cell Connector now one-hit KOs anything that my opponent can have at this point. For Kuzma, I don't think you should run any deck without for Kuzma though. Kuzma is so huge. Lele will hit me for a ton, but just not quite enough. And there is no Acerola in the list. No Acerola in the list. Clutch Acrobike. Definitely a Clutch Acrobike. Okay, so my opponent will pick up the Lycanroc, that's fine. He could have done that with a non-GX with Tapu Koko. Toxic Lolly, thank you so much for the follow. And I am right? 130, 160, 180, yeah. So this is actually pretty great. If we can find a basic fighting for the Buzz, we're gonna be in an amazing position. And that's exactly what we find. So now it's thinning time, because all I need is a basic energy to guarantee that I win this game. ZYGARDE is one-shotting everything, and so is Boss GX at this point. So, I mean, I guess I'll instruct. And I'll copycat. I have 4 cards now. Ooh, not the best cards. Definitely not the best cards. However, Lancerat for the clean KO here is really powerful. And we're down to 1 prize. So as long as we can find the 1 basic fighting, 2 knuckle impact, that should be game. I could have killed with Baby Buzz. I could have, that is correct. I could have KO'd with Baby Buzz. I completely forgot about that. I forgot about that. I completely missed the Sledgehammer turn. Probably not gonna matter, but that would have been... Actually, I could have KO'd with Baby Buzz, yes, but that would that have actually been better? Because if my opponent benches a Tapu Bulu, attaches energy to it with Strong Charge, and then Guzma KOs my ZYGARDE, I am no longer in Sledgehammer turn, and I don't have a Buzzwole ready to revenge KO the ZYGARDE. So actually attacking with Baby Buzz would have been a mistake there, because it opens up a win condition for my opponent. It opens up a situation where he can then next turn Guzma KO my other Buzzwole with the Tapu Bulu that he has powered up. So actually attacking with Baby Buzzwole was a mistake. Actually attacking with Baby Buzzwole there would have been a big mistake. Yeah, it didn't occur to me, which is fair, but now that I think about it, that energy drop on the Buzzwole GX is super important. Yeah. Because it's not about, oh, it's Sledgehammer, I have to use Baby Buzz. No, it's like, I have to win. The first thing on my mind is I have to win the game. And how do I win the game? By having 2 Pokemon that can one-shot whatever my opponent has. That's how I win the game. Yeah, that's exactly how you win the game. And I have the choice band right here. And yeah, exactly. This way I have 2 threats. Exactly. Dumping my Brooklet versus both hands wasn't a very good idea? What? I'm just trying to thin. What do you mean it wasn't a good idea? It was a great idea. Thinning the Brooklet is always great because I'm looking to win the game. I don't care about countering his Stadium. If he reduces the 30 damage, I have the choice band. I'm doing enough damage, so I'm not scared of the Stadium. So playing the Brooklet to thin was actually a great idea. And there we go. So let's find another game. Does this list play Acrobike? Yes, it does play Acrobike, and I don't think the Macargo line is good enough here. It's just another thing you need to set up. I like the one of Oranguru. It's like, yes, Macargo has a lot of potential, but it's just another thing you need to start setting up. And you have to add the Macargo line. You probably want to play some Timer Balls then to get either Lycanroc or Macargo. You still want to have the Oranguru to draw. Your bench can be tight. Not sure. Oh yeah, dumping my Brooklet instead of the 2 bands. Oh, that's what you meant, Damage Drummer. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I thought you meant me playing the Brooklet as in dumping it. Yeah. Wouldn't it be better to hold it for his Stadium? I mean, no, as long as you have enough like damage output to power through the Stadium. And my opponent had no Tapu Bulu in play. I think it was fine how we played it out. Okay, so this hand is actually not great, but we seem to be up against, I have no idea what, but it's definitely not a grass deck, which is the important thing. So I'm gonna Brooklet for a Rockruff, so I have access to target down whatever I need with Lycanroc. And then I feel like I'm gonna hold the Acrobike. I'm just gonna attach the DC and I'm gonna pass. We'll see the Acrobike, what gets us. Yeah, is it True Ninja is dead? I mean, you can't use Greninja in standard format, so it's not that it's dead, it's just it's illegal to play. Thanks so much for the follow. We see a Latios. Oh my gosh, my opponent has a turn 1 Enhanced Hammer. This is gonna be a spreading deck. This is 100% going to be a spreading deck. I can't believe my opponent already has the DC, the Enhanced Hammer from hand. Oh boy. And there's a Shrine of Punishment. Jeez. What a hand for my opponent. And has a Raw Lily. Oh my. Okay. That's a nice top deck. So this Latios is actually very annoying here. And now we are in search of a DC. We're now officially in search of a DC. I don't think I evolve here. I do want to kind of thin. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a prize though. I actually wouldn't mind that. And with that in mind, I'll thin this guy as well. Now let's see if we can get lucky and get a DC here. And no, don't get a DC. This is our last, well, it's not our last shot, but it is a shot. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful DCE. Beautiful DC. We will sell Connector of Fighting, which is nice. At the very least, it lets us sell Connector next turn without needing to find a DC. Or if my opponent doesn't remove the DC this time, we can't just Lance Wrath and eliminate the Latios right there. Yeah. And I do think Fan Club can be a pretty good card right now. Record, sí lo resubiría a YouTube, como siempre, no te preocupes. ZYGARDE, LYCANROC. I mean, I like the synergy that both cards have with DCE, right? Every time I played Boss Rock and I played Lycanroc, I was like, oh, I really wish I could be running DC as well in this deck. And with ZYGARDE, you have that that option, right? Bob McDougall, thoughts on Lost Margin expanded with Ditto? Ditto from Boundaries Crossed. It's okay, I guess. Ooh, Passimian. Intentional Grounding does 90. It's not enough to KO me though. Remind me what Boundaries Crossed Ditto does. I generally don't remember. Do I think ZYGARDE or Lycanroc is better post rotation? I mean, they're both good, right? That's what we're doing. We're using both of them. Okay, I don't know if my opponent miscalculated the damage here. I feel like I should get Buzzle now. Buzzle is going to be my follow-up here. I do not play Bunny, no. I do not play Bunny in this. And I mean, I definitely Lance Wrath, right? There's no point in using Vertic because my opponent doesn't play any GXs. Buzzle is so bad against Latios though. If I had a way to kill the Latios, I might have done that instead. But oh well. No, Bob McDougall, I don't think so. Like, Ditto has existed for a long time and it has never seen play in Night March, so I don't think it's great. Okay, there we see the Lele. The Fairy Lele rather than the Psychic Lele. I guess that way you have a counter to Rayquaza potentially. By dealing extra damage, we're gonna see a Judge. Oh, Buzzle or ZYGARDE? I mean, I don't know. Buzzle has Beast Ring, ZYGARDE has DCV, so both are good in their own way. Yeah, both are good in their own way. Okay, so we see another Shrine of Punishment. And my opponent will retreat into Oricorio, which does have fighting resistance. And the damage from the shrine will get me on the ZYGARDE, which is sad. The DC my opponent discarded on the turn 1 was actually pretty big. Yeah, attaching energy to the boss actually seems a bit underwhelming here. But I mean, better than doing nothing, right? Better than doing nothing. There's no B-string in this deck, no. There's no B-string in this deck. This is where I wish I had Baby Buzz. At this point in time. I'm gonna target on the Latios. That's the biggest threat here for me. No stadium counter, that's sad. You have attached that basic to LYCANROC, but that doesn't let me pressure though. It doesn't let me pressure immediately. What I should have done is search for Baby Buzz and not Buzz GX. That's what I should have done. Wait, what? DC to retreat, I guess? And thanks so much for the new follows, guys. Thank you so much for all the new people here. For the support, for everything. We got 3 subscribers today, which is really, really nice. And okay, I think now is when I attach to the Rockruff. I'll play it on my choice pens, just because I can. And then I'll copycat for 5. Oh jeez, what is this? What is actually life? This is actually so bad. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one for sure. We're definitely gonna lose this one. Oh, Lost March. Okay, Bob. Okay, so here's the thing. Ski Bloom, like, you're talking about cards that don't exist anymore. Like, post-rotation just happened. And there's Dragon Majesty coming, and there's regionals, and what you're talking about is not relevant until November. So honestly, I generally can't tell you anything about that because, I mean, it sounds good, but I can't say more than that because those cards basically don't exist for me right now whatsoever. So I can't tell you if they're gonna be good or not. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Okay, I need to flip heads here. That would be nice. We got the DCE finally, but it's just not good enough. I think I need Buzzwole here. I wish I hadn't attached to the Rockruff. It sounds pretty good. I agree. It sounds pretty good. Please flip heads. Yes. Awesome. You flip heads. Oh, that's why I didn't go for the Baby Buzz. That's why I didn't play Baby Buzz. There's the stadium. That's fine. Is that the last stadium? No, that's only the 3rd stadium. Am I going to try a Zoroark list? Yes, eventually. What matchups did I have at Worlds? I played against 3 Greninjas, 1 Lapras, 1 Zoro Macargo, 1 Zoro Golisopod, and what's the last one? And 1 Buzzrock, 1 mirror match. Wow, my Rockruff actually survived. My Rockruff actually survived. How funny is that? My Rockruff actually survived. Okay, so here's my plan. My plan is to Guzma? Is it though? Or is it to knock out the Lele? The thing is, I can't I can't Lele for Sycamore to just find that Lycanroc, which is prized. Oh my gosh. My Lycanroc is prized. I really need to be checking these things beforehand. So attaching to the Buzzwole and Guzma would have been better. I didn't realize my second LYCANROC was priced. I really should have attached to the Bus GX. Oopsies. Oopsie daisies. So is there a price attack? I mean, as long as we flip heads. As long as we keep flipping heads here. Thoughts on the order pad, Acrobike engine, and decks like Metagross and BK Bulu? That actually sounds pretty good. I think order pad has a lot of potential as well. Am I gonna do Banette in standard? Yes, I will be doing Banette eventually in standard format. For sure. All the energy. It's just, I don't think I can get 3 prizes before my opponent gets the last 2 though. That's the issue. Like, my play might actually be to just flip heads again. That might actually be my best play here. Because my silly LYCANROC is priced. Third heads in a row. Yes! Let's go Rockruff. Let's go Rockruff. Okay, so my opponent can't actually... I need Guzma here though. Guzma might win me the game. But I don't have Guzma. Where is my Guzma? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's game. My opponent got the energy he needed, so now all he needs to do is... I mean, the Guzma still would have given me a chance, because if I bring up the Oranguru and I place 30 anywhere, and then next turn I Jet Punch onto the Oricorio on this guy, then I win. Unfortunately, though, I think that's game. Because my opponent just spreads. Yeah, I needed him not to get that specific energy for the Oricorio, and I bet you my opponent plays 1, maybe 2 of those. So that was a pretty lucky draw for him. Pretty lucky draw, but oh well. Oh well. Will Garbo see some play without Garbotoxin? 100%. Like, I even have ZYGARDE for today prepared. Yeah, but it will definitely see play. It will 100% see play. Guaranteed. Okay. That was really sad. Rockruff was great though. Why not Steven's Resolve in stage 2 decks? Potentially. Yeah, Steven's Resolve seems good. It's just after like using it 1 turn, it doesn't seem a great card. So you need it super early on. Yeah, you need it super early on. Guzman and LYCANROC would have won me the game indeed. This is not a great start. I guess I'll go ZYGARDE so I can start pressuring with Cell Connector. Oh, you chose not to kill my Rockruff? Yeah, that's fine. I also wanted to not get a KO. I wanted to take the 2 prizes simultaneously. Oh, John lol, good game. If I had found Guzma, I was hoping I would have been able to bring up the Oranguru and then take 2 turns to KO that and then KO that and Oricorio simultaneously. My baby boss being priced was also a pretty big deal. But GG, man. Wow. The cards I got from the mulligan were actually completely busted here. Completely and utterly busted. Let's do Diancie to make sure that we have KO on 60 and 70 HP basics. And let's do that. Let's do that. We even have the switch in case my opponent tries to Guzma and buy himself some time. And Burrito Boy, I did not. Okay, so I'm going first. Yeah. If you're going first, once your turn starts, then you can decide to bench the other Pokemon. But if, like, you don't know what you're playing against, but if you go first and you've already benched those, and then your opponent flips over something that that means you shouldn't have benched the Diancie, or you didn't want to bench the Rockruff, like in case something changes, then you want to give yourself the option of benching what you need. But if you already have them benched, then you can't redo that. Yeah, so nothing forces you Yeah, absolutely nothing forces you to bench them, so you should never bench them until you want to or until you must. Yeah. Okay, pretty much the end here. Cell connector, pretty nice. Like when you're going first, you should never bench anything other than your active Pokemon. Never, ever, ever, ever. No reason to do it. Yeah, there's no actual justification. It doesn't make a difference. I know, Burrito Boy, but in a tournament, you don't know what you're playing against. You don't know what you're up against. So you can't be sure, right? It's just nothing forces you to do it. You should never do it. It's not about, oh, this deck is metal, then you shouldn't. It's not about that. Yeah. Okay, so this hand, I insist, is pretty busted because we're gonna be able to KO the ZYGARDE here. I mean, not the ZYGARDE, the Magnezone, which my opponent really struggled. Well, didn't struggle, but only just was able to set up. I'll choice band this guy, and then let's. I mean, I could Verdict, but I don't think I need protection at this point. Yeah. Don't think I need protection. I might want protection later on. And the Field Lore is really nice. Like, next turn is when I might Verdict. I should have held the choice band, though. Should have held the choice band. Kuro, I generally don't know what Pokemon's decisions to allow which logos and whatnot are. Like, I don't know what's the criteria. I just know sometimes they allow them, sometimes they don't. I generally have no idea why some of them are allowed and some aren't. Yeah. Okay. So, I think I Ultra Roll for Lele for Guzma and KO the Magnezone. I think that sounds really good. I will lose these two, but that's okay, right? That is 100% okay. Just need to keep picking off the Magnezone, and therefore my opponent will never be able to fully set up here, which is really cool. And I did lose 2 draw supporters, but I will gain an Instruct for 3 or for 2 if I just want to keep the thingy on there. Yeah, so I will TCE, I will Instruct, and we'll just Claw Slash. Dr. Brashia Teeth, don't watch Verlicify. Verlicify is the worst thing that currently exists in the Pokemon community. Don't watch Verlicify. Take the KO on the active in case he runs P-String, potentially, but Magnezone decks, like, why would you run P-String in a Magnezone deck? If I hadn't seen Magnemites, then yeah, but denying the Magnezone feels a lot more important here. I also need to knock this Solgaleo. I know I need to knock out this Solgaleo. That's fine. That is completely fine. My opponent has just been having a very, very slow start here. Let's go ahead and start attaching to this. Let's go ahead and Acrobike. Let's grab the Stadium to replace his. I mean, is there any reason for me not to play the Field Lore at this point? Bob, thanks so much for the bits. B-String in Dustmane, of course it's a thing, but it's not a thing in Magnezone decks. Yeah, B-String with Dustmane obviously is a pretty good combination, but that's when you're playing a pure Dustmane deck with like Elixirs and Solgaleo and whatnot. Or when you're playing it with Stakataka and Akanatel and stuff like that. When you're playing Magnezone, like, how do you feed Magnezone and B-Strings in the same deck? There's no way you do that. Yeah, there's no way you do that. Like, how are you fitting a 4-3 with forward candy, Magnezone line, and B strings, and keeping the deck consistent. There is absolutely no way you do that. Like, you can fit them, sure, but then your deck won't work. There's a Magnemite. Okay, so we can't KO that Magnemite, but now it's a lot less important. Like 2 B-strings, the chance of him having it at the right time, no guys. I mean, go ahead and play it that way. There's just, it's one or the other. You can't have both. You 100% cannot have both. I think I'm gonna lose the TCG, which I am fine with, honestly. I am fine with losing the TCG. Basically, all I need to do is find a choice band for my ZYGARDE, and or fighting energy to attach to my boss GX here. So yeah. I mean, the choice band gets me KO with either Buzz or ZYGARDE's GX attack, so we have the game won pretty much here. Leoncio, I mean, I agree Magcargo is really good. I just don't see how you fit Magcargo with everything else that you need. Okay, so there's a Cynthia, which means we're not getting judged, which means we have the winner in our hand. Unless my opponent finds another metal frying pan. And even then, we're still 1 Kuzma away from winning. Yeah. Ooh. The Cortana means we can't Verdict GX, but that's fine, because we can still Knuckle Impact. Yeah, Knuckle Impact wins us the game. What decks do I have built right now? We tried out Ray Vikavolt already. We have ZYGARDE, LYCANROC. Then we have ZYGARDE, and we have Psychic Malamar as well. And then we have doubles of the cards that we need to win this game. Boom. 190 damage. GG to my opponent. Yeah. So Lucario GX, like I said guys, it does have potential, right? But with no more strong energy, Lucario's GX damage output is limited to 170, and 170 just comes up way too short for it to be good. Yeah. And so guys, I think that's gonna be all for ZYGARDE LYCANROC. We are going to keep playing, and you guys get to choose either Psychic Malamar or ZYGARDE Boulder. Let me know in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like. It really helps out the channel. And I will be right back in just a second with whichever deck you guys want me to play. So don't go anywhere guys, I will be right